Hello there, World of Tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Adrodals Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the AMX AC-48. In the last couple of updates, this vehicle has been massively buffed on two major aspects. First of all, its frontal armor was increased. Its lower plate was weakened, but the lower plate's tiny. The entire upper plate was increased by about 20 to 30 millimeters effective, making it like 300 thick. That means if you don't have that much pen on your premium, you're really going to struggle to cut through the AMX AC. But not only that, in the latest update, this vehicle received a DPM buff, now sitting at 2,850, which it previously only sat at around 2,500. So the AMX AC has mobility going at a top speed of 50. It's got DPM, it's got ridiculously good pen on the standard and premium, and now the fact that it's got everything going for it, I am willing to say that this is probably the strongest tier 8 tank destroyer, or one of the strongest tier 8 tank destroyers. Now the AMX AC still does have weaknesses, like the roof of the vehicle is a very easy penetration, and it's a Foch, and Foches have one big problem, and that is the track wheel. If you over-angle it, you're going to be penned almost every time. It's one of the major things that really hurts the Foch, is how poor its frontal track wheel is. But, at the same time, when you get in a matchup like this, oh, some spicy meatballs! Alright, well, I'm gonna go towards A side, because I think that is the correct way to go, and, well, we're gonna see how it works out. So, I just want you to take a look at the mobility on this thing. This is a tank destroyer, and it's got about the same mobility as a medium, which is pretty dang insane. What's also insane is that we have a VK100, a Smasher, and an IS-5, all great heavies to be pushing towards A side, and they all decide to go towards C. Breh. One of the killers of the Foch line in general is gun depression. For anybody that's ground down the Foch, you know how poor it is to work this vehicle on really any type of hilly terrain against hull down tanks, because these tanks have big hatches that show no matter what amount of gun depression you're using, and the enemy can just see them hull down no matter what. So because of that, I really am now in a terrible situation due to the positioning of this team. Well, you know what? I'm still going to go towards A. It looks like the majority of their team also went towards C-side for some reason. I don't know if this is like some new trend going on, but I'm going to speed my way through base B, try and get behind maybe the Emil or the tank destroyers they have. I guess we'll find out. But that's what my plan is going to be. So here we go. Ooh, there is somebody in base A. Alright. Well, we saw the Emil. We saw the Samwa. So, what would be at base A? I don't actually know. Maybe the SU-152, maybe it's not the Y5, it's not the... Huh. Alright, maybe it's the SU-130? It's the SP. Interesting. Well, there's one 519 shell into the SP. Hello, good sir. How are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah. Oh, that's amazing. Well, that didn't go well for him at all, did it? Alright, well, let's aim in. Bonk. There you go. Nice slap into the Mil-1 turret. The gun on the AMX AC is criminally underrated for how strong it is on dealing with opponents. It's got crazy good DPM, crazy good accuracy. It's really got everything you'd want. Okay, well, crazy good accuracy proceeds to miss, like, the easiest shell ever. But, let's make our way over here and get to the side of the Emil. I'm gonna try and pen him with an HE. You gotta go big or go home. Bonk! Alright, well, another easy shell. I just watched the SU-130 fire possibly one of the worst shots I've seen in a while. But that's fine with me. Let's just bonk him with an HE for 513. And now we're going to give him a good old face hug. I don't know why he shot me in the hull, but dead. Alright, well with that, the enemy team has 3 vehicles left. We have lost really nothing on hit points. Can't get a shell into the Sama, but that's fine. We'll make our way over towards the SU-152, the only tank with a decent chunk of HP left anyway, and see if we can get a little bit more damage out. And I know sometimes you can HE pen the SU, but looks like this is not the time. Nice little ram. Something great about this vehicle is it does have really good ramming capabilities, but once again, look at the DPM on this tank. I mean, that is such good DPM. The fact that we are already over 3,000 damage is pretty dang solid, plus it didn't even add the rams up, which we got probably another 300 or 400 from, so yeah, we probably did like 3,400 this game. Let's take a look. Here we go, and 3,488 damage in an incredibly quick and easy battle, also pulling out a mastery. as I said, I personally think that this is one of the strongest tier 8s in the game at this point. It's kind of like the WZ-121 GFT, but I think it's better because it's got more mobility, more frontal armor, and I just love the AMX AC. It's always been a vehicle that I've wanted to see get buffed for a very long time because of the fact that it's always been good, but never great. Like, its armor was always mediocre, its gun was always mediocre, and even though it had a lot of pen, it didn't really matter due to the fact that the gun just had, I think it only had like 24 or 2500 DPM previously, which was not enough to deal with opponents. So now that you have so much DPM with this tank, it allows this vehicle to be a great camping tank at the beginning, like a tank destroyer does, and then once the battle starts to get into fruition and, you know, players need help, that's when you can push into the front line, get occasional bounces with the great armor, and still have that great DPM. So we're just going to chill back here for now. We do have the Borsig who shot my teammate already. Let's get a nice shell into that Borsig. There you go. I'm just going to put on my adrenaline. I should be able to get another shell into this Borsig right about there. I would expect that to have penned. Maybe not, but that seemed pretty easy for me to get into the opponent there. So we got the Type 68 off to the side. Type 68 side armor is actually ridiculously strong. You don't realize how good it is, but it's quite good. Alright, I'm just going to wait here again. If that Type 68 pokes, maybe I'll get a shell in. I should be able to. Type 68 turret is not ridiculously good even after the buff, so my 310 APCR should go right through those turret cheeks. But for now, we're just going to wait here. We'll see if somebody makes a over poke or something like that. Looks like the other side of the map is actually the problem for our team as of now. IS-5's in mid, and yeah, you know what? I'm going to go for it. Why not? Alright, so I'm going to make my way over here, up the hill, and let's see if I can get my way towards the IS-5. Did I say IS-8? I meant IS-5. Alright, here we go. Let's keep going, and there's the IS-5 turning around, which is absolutely beautiful. And let's aim it on his rear. A bonk. There you go. Nice 430 slap once. And this IS-5 is going to try and get around my teammate, but he's putting himself in an absolutely awkward situation because he can't get around my Type 68. So with that, I get another shell into his vehicle, and the IS-5 is just getting absolutely bonked as he's dead already. Nice job from our Type 68, actually. I will give him credit. That was a pretty good maneuver he did there. Now, we have the enemy Type 68, who appears to be playing very aggressive up top, and I'm going to aim in right now, and the only thing I will say about this gun that is a bit unfortunate is its on-movement dispersion can be a bit iffy. It's the only thing that this gun definitely can struggle with sometimes is that on-movement dispersion. But it's not too bad to a point where you'll really notice it being a problem. Yeah, look at that. Another shot into that Type 68. That guy's not enjoying my company all too much. Let's aim in again, and bonk. Yeah. Alright, we are just absolutely defiling the enemy team with our shells right now. We got the Conway in mid, and, well, once again, I'm just going to turn, get a big ol' slap into his vehicle, and back up. Already a 500 roll there, and we got a couple more seconds left. We'll have another shell, and a bonk. There you go, another easy shot. We're up to 4,000 damage. I mean, this is why I love the AMX AC. It's got the ability to play aggressive, it's got the ability to sit in the back, and its gun is accurate enough when you're sitting still, it'll hit the majority of its shells. It's just such a good tank at being flexible, at really doing everything. There you go. Nice shot into the ISU. Unfortunately, everybody nuked him right before we got the shell out, but it doesn't matter. There you go. Very easy win, and a pretty solid battle for the AMX AC. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I've really enjoyed playing this tank, and I would suggest you pull it out too, because it really is a fantastic vehicle. I think that's another mastery again, by the way. Let's take a look. 3,967, we assisted 600, and yeah, there you go. I also think we did hit that blind shot on the Borsig. To double check, yes we did. So there you have it, ladies and gents. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.